Good morning, class, and this is everything you need to know about MSG, or monosodium glutamate. What's MSG? MSG is a sodium salt of an amino acid called glutamic acid. It's something we find everywhere in cheese, tomatoes, and even soy sauce. After its discovery in the 1900s, it rose to fame and infamy worldwide as a food additive. How is it made? Like yogurt, it's made through a process of bacterial fermentation. This is where bacteria cultured with ammonia and carbohydrates from sugar beets excrete a broth of amino acids from where the glutamate is extracted and isolated. I heard MSG tricks your tongue to make your food taste better. There are no tricks here. Our tongue has receptors for glutamates that allow us to taste umami, just like we taste saltiness or sweetness. What the heck is umami? Umami is a Japanese word for delicious taste. It's something that makes food savory and adds depth to other flavors. Should I be worried about eating foods with MSG? We don't know. Look, it's recognized as being generally safe by the FDA and the European Union as a food additive, but MSG safety is still up to a lot of debate. In the 1960s, anecdotal evidence of nausea and headaches from eating foods with MSG started to become popular. This phenomenon, coined the Chinese restaurant syndrome, became popular in the US. But studies have thoroughly dismissed this idea. Even individuals who claimed to be sensitive to MSG didn't show negative side effects after placebo-controlled double-blind experiments. However, another study in 2009 reported that mice exposed to high doses of MSG developed severe obesity, diabetes, and liver disease. But their methods injected a 4 mg per gram dose to mice, which is the equivalent of half a pound of MSG for an average adult per day. So you can't trust every piece of research. Proponents of MSG argue that MSG is a safe flavor enhancer. They also point out that MSG only has a third of the amount of sodium than in salt, meaning you could get food to taste better with reduced sodium content. On the other hand, there's still controversy about MSG being an excitotoxin. Excitatory neurotransmitters, like glutamate, can cause nerve cells to be damaged and killed when there's an excess amount of it. There have been studies published arguing that MSG's excitotoxicity can cause retinal damage in mice, and that there also may be a link to Alzheimer's disease. But right now, it's hard to sort through all the research, the anecdotes, and the scientific alarmism. But here's my take on MSG. 2 reasons why I'm staying away from MSG. Number 1, large doses may or may not have excitotoxic effects. 2, because most foods that use a cheap additive, like chips, instant foods, processed meats, or Chinese takeout, have terrible nutritional values to begin with. But what I'm asking is that you don't dismiss MSG because of unjustified scientific alarmism. Just because it's a chemical and has an intimidating name doesn't mean it's inherently bad for you. Look for and demand the evidence. Always ask questions and never be afraid to change your mind. This was a Bio Rant on MSG.